Hello everyone, Magdalena here, Wolf of Coins. Thank you so much for tuning in. Since I have just finished this painting, I thought I would make a quick video, hopefully a quick video, about a creature called Latawiec. It's a creature from Slavic folklore, I think mainly Polish, but I suppose in other Slavic traditions we have similar creatures just under different names. The name itself means comes from the word verb to fly, latać. So it's someone who flies, and I can show you in this awesome book. There is this many various descriptions of this creature, so you can imagine that depending on the region of Slavic lands or even Polish lands, you would have a different definition. But I really loved the story that is actually from my region, because it's from Mazovia region and also Świętokrzyskie region. This is about, so Latawiec is described as a personification of a falling star or a comet or meteorite, and they were basically, as I said, personifications of falling stars, but also a type of like an incubus. So they liked women, and when they saw one from from the sky, they lived in the skies, in the heavens, they would break a golden ring that they were tied to the sky and go down. They are described as a beautiful young man with white shining feathers, wings, and a golden braid that they unravel to when they go down to look even more beautiful. So, and when they were going down, they were, shining like a star. Then, so they saw this lady that they liked, and they would descend, and she would instantly fall in love with Latawiec, and she would forget her family, friends, everything. She was so madly in love. And then, well, it was in itself that was dangerous, but also when he left her, she would suffer so much, like she couldn't forget him. So she would, every day she would go to the place where he descended, where she first saw him, and she would simply wither away from this love. However, there were instances in which Latawiec would come down to the girl only during the night, but being in love himself, forgetting that he should go back, and the day would, and he would still be on Earth when the day started. During dawn, he would die. He would die in 7 days and 3 hours. Very precise. Well, something around 7 days. He would die, and he would, his soul would go back to heavens, but he would not be able to come down again. And then he would mourn his lost love, and the girl would see his tears as a fragrant dew in the place where they first met. And then she would probably die of sadness. So this is very sad. And here I have it. Actually, attributes of a Latawiec is the golden braid, those white wings, and eyes like stars. And other records tell us that it's personification of wind or whirlwind, you know, and they sometimes would appear in the shape of birds, which is logical. And some sources say that it's, for most of supernatural creatures in Slavic tradition, from a soul of someone who died unnaturally, or later in Christian times also a child who was not baptized, and still identified with falling stars. There is one source that says that after 7 years of like roaming the world and doing nasty things to people, he would turn into a devil. But important thing, devils in Slavic folklore are very much different to Christian image of a devil. They were just called that because of, you know, the new faith not liking the old traditions. There is also a female version of Latawiec. It's Latawica, and she was similarly, she also had a golden braid that if she stayed too long on earth, she would lose the braid and she would die in 7 days. Also, in modern language, Latawica is an insult word, in fact, to describe a promiscuous woman or just a fickle woman, someone who's not, you know, who flies from here to there, basically. So yeah, then what else do we have? Oh, we have also, from some sources, we have a recipe how to keep the Latawiec away. So you could carry with you garlic, what's it called? Garlic head? I don't know, you know, garlic with you, or drink tea from 3 different herbs. However, I could not find botanical, not folk names for these except for one. So these 3 were Woniej, Stulik, and Lastowicznik, and only Stulik I have identified as calendula. But yeah, or you could rub your body with this tea, or also you could produce smoke from cow excrements. That would keep him away, obviously, and not only him. What else? So they were known to fly with the wind and make a lot of noise, and also in some regions they were believed to be like the thunder would chase them to hit them, and when it hit them they would die. So they would, in the places where they flew, the thunders would hit more often, and some people believe that they do it on purpose on churches or Christian religious figures and stuff like that. I mean, not figures, sculptures and such. But this is this thing is obviously added later, because all of the supernatural creatures got much more malevolent after Christianity came and tried to make people not believe in them believe them bad and avoid them, any contact with them. However, In some other versions, for example, in Masuria and Pomerania, we have the idea of Latawiec as a demon that is benevolent and is a guardian of the house hearth, of the fire, and he would appear in the shape of a rooster or a chicken, and he would bring money and food to your home. What else? It could be also a name for demon that serves a sorcerer. So you could keep him, and he would serve you and bring you stuff, basically. And he would appear as fire flying in the air. What else do we have here? Yeah, another interesting thing, in modern Polish there is also a word Latawiec, and it means a kite. And I mean the kite, this type of a kite. I couldn't help myself, I just put it here. But it's basically, I'm saying basically all the time today, sorry. But yeah, it's something that flies in the air. So I would definitely say that this creature was like an air spirit. The wings also show it, and description that he would appear as a bird, various types of birds. He could be an owl, a dove, or pigeon in his case, yeah, or a crow, various types of birds, and I would say he was related to the air, to wind, but also to fire, as in the heavenly fire. So yeah, in many languages the word for kite, because in English I believe is the same as bird of prey. There are kites that have wings, but in many languages it's the word for dragon, and it is also so in many Slavic languages, but in most cases it's a Slavic word for a dragon. So it's Zmi in eastern regions of Slavic lands, or Zmaj in the southern parts. In Poland he stayed as Latawiec. But still, these are all it's very fascinating to me that these are all like fantastic creatures from folklore. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Yeah, I'm happy I'm done with my new painting. It will be part of my Slavic oracle. And yeah, if you want to share anything or comment, please do in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and have a lovely day. Bye!